Good morning all. Welcome to the e-content section. Today we are going to discuss about a beautiful poem written by Emily Dickinson titled Hope is the Thing with Feathers. Before going to the poem in detail, we must understand the objectives of the content. See, the first one to understand the central idea of hope as an inner strength that supports human life during difficulties to analyze the poet's use of metaphor, especially the comparison of hope to a bird with feathers, to identify the theme of resilience, showing how hope survives even in the hardest conditions, to appreciate the simplicity of language and imagery used by Emily Dickinson to convey deep meaning, to develop a positive outlook on life, recognizing the importance of hope in overcoming challenges. Can you see two pictures? What do these pictures symbolize? Yes, the two pictures symbolizes hope, right? In the first picture, the bird sitting on the branch hoping that the rain will end soon, right? In the second picture, the flower hoping it will bloom once more, right? Yes, now you have an idea of what we are going to learn, don't you? Then, before entering the poem in detail, let us introduce the poetess. See, Emily Dickinson. Emily Elizabeth Dickinson was an American poetess. Little known during her life, she has since been regarded as one of the most important figures in American poetry. Her poetry was heavily influenced by the metaphysical poets of 17th century England. She lived much of her life in isolation and never married. She died in Amherst in 1886, and after her death, her family members found her hand-sewn book of fascicles which contained nearly 1,800 poems. The first volume of work was published posthumously in 1890. Her notable poems include Success is Counted Sweetest, All Overgrown by Cunning Moss, Remorse is Memory Awake, My Life Had Stood a Loaded Gun, and I'm Nobody, Who Are You? Now, moving on the poem. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stop at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I have heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Hope you enjoyed the poem. Now let us summarize the poem in stanza wise. Okay. See, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stop at all. See, this means that hope is shown as a gentle bird living inside the soul. Okay, its wordless song suggests inner strength and emotional comfort. The bird consistent singing shows that hope is everlasting and never fade. Do you got it? Okay, hope is shown as a gentle bird living inside the soul here. Okay, right, you got it. Then the next stanza, and sweetest in the gale is hard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. See, here hope sounds sweetest when life is full of pain and struggle. Here hope sounds what sweetest when life is full of pain and struggles. Okay, storms symbolizes here hardship, but hope remains unbroken. It helps people face difficulties in courage and patience. Do you got it? Then the next stanza, I have heard the chiller's land on the stranger's sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. What does this mean? Hope reaches even in the most extreme and lonely situations of life. It supports people silently without expecting help or reward. See, here Hope support people silently without expecting help or reward. This shows what? This shows the purity and generosity of hope. Do you got the idea? Is the poem clear? To make the idea more clear, I will discuss the theme of the poem in detail. See, the central theme of the poem is hope as constant and uplifting force in human life. Emily Dickinson portrays hope as a small bird that resides in every soul, singing continuously and giving comfort, courage, and strength even during the toughest times. The poem emphasizes that hope is resilient, selfishness, and universal. It survives all hardship, asks for nothing in return, and support people silently and persistently. Through this metaphor, the poet conveys that hope is an inner power that helps humans endure difficulties, stay positive, and face life challenges with courage and optimism. Is the idea clear? See, moving on the analysis of the poem. Emily Dickinson's poem Hope is the Thing with Feathers present hope as a small bird that resides in every human soul, symbolizes reliance, optimism, and inner strength. The bird metaphor makes hope tangible, showing that it is gentle yet powerful, constantly present, and able to comfort us in difficult times. Through vivid imagery such as Chiller's Land, The Stranger's Sea, the poet emphasizes that hope is universal and persists even in the hardest condition. The poem uses literary devices like metaphor, personification, and alliteration to enhance its lyrical and emotional quality. Its tone is uplifting and reassuring, while the mood evokes inspiration and calmness. Dickinson conveyed that hope is selfless, singing continuously without asking for anything in return, and remains an essential guiding force for humans, helping them endure hardship and maintain courage. See, now moving on the glossary. Okay, what do you mean by extremity? Do you see the picture? A person who is in the difficult situation, right? So, the word extremity means a very difficult or extreme situation. What do you mean by feathers? See, do you see feathers? Okay, what do you mean by feathers? Feathers, the soft covering of a bird, symbolizes tightness or delicacy. What do you see in this picture? A strong wind, right? So the word gale meaning strong wind. See, what do you see in this picture? Some birds are sitting in the branch, right? So perches means to sit. To add the beauty and the depth to the poem, Emily Dickinson uses several important figure of speeches. See, what are the figure of speeches used in the poem? Yes, the main figure of speech used in the poem are metaphor, personification, imagery, alliteration, symbolism, etc. See, what do you mean by metaphor? A metaphor is a figure of speech in which one thing is directly compared to another to show a similarity between them. Here, hope is compared to a bird. So, we can say that hope is compared to a bird means it's a metaphor. Do you got the idea? Then moving on to the second one, personification. What do you mean by personification? Yeah, it's a figure of speech in which human qualities are given to non human things, animals, or abstract ideas. In the poem, hope is personified and treated like a bird. So, hope is given human qualities, it sings and perches in the soul. Then, moving on imagery, vivid pictures are created with words like chiller's land and stranger's sea. Then, moving on alliteration, repetition of consonant sounds. Example, stranger's sea. Here, the consonant sounds are repeated. Then, moving on the last one, symbolism. The bird symbolizes freedom, courage, and uplifting nature of hope. I hope you enjoyed this session. See, hope is the thing which further teaches us that hope lives quietly in our heart and gives us strength in every situation. Even in the darkest times, hope continues to sing and guide us forward. Let us always keep this little bird of hope alive with us. Thank you.